Black cake is a queen of all cakes in the Caribbean. Made with dried fruits and rum, it's what you need to make your season merry and bright. Whether you like your cake thick, thin, light, dark, cakey, or just like a pudding, soaked in rum or merely drizzled, today I'm going to share my secrets and tips to help you make your cake just the way you love it. Call your friend, your tanty, your mommy, your neighbor, or that caterer and cancel your order. Let them know that you're making your own cake this year. Hey Siri, can you pull up Cooking with Ria Black Cake Recipe?
Here's what I found on the web for Can You Pull Up Cooking with Ria Black Cake Recipe. Have a look.
You will need a ½ pound each of flour, butter, sugar, vanilla extract, ground cinnamon, Caribbean rum or any type of rum will do, cherry wine, homemade or store-bought browning, almond extract about 1 teaspoon. You'll need prunes, mixed fruit also known as mixed peel, dark or light raisins, and currants. And 5 to 6 eggs, 6 if they're really small and 5 if they're really large. To make this process manageable, we're only going to make 1 or 2 cakes today. Combine 1 cup of rum and 1 cup of cherry wine. Next, we'll weigh and measure the dried fruits. Place fruits in a glass jar or plastic container with a tight-fitting lid. For half of the rum and wine mixture, close the lid tightly and soak fruits for a few hours or overnight or weeks or months, years, whatever makes you happy. You can certainly quadruple this recipe if you plan to make cakes all year round. Here I doubled the fruits called for in this recipe and soaked it in cherry wine and Bambara rum I picked up in Turks and Caicos. When you're ready to bake the cake, macerate the fruits in the food processor or blender or whatever you're using, along with the liquid it was soaked in, and grind until it's slightly coarse in texture. Here's Mommy's bucket of soaked fruits I joked about on the blog. Because she has never had time to bake cakes all these years, she has finally confessed that the bucket of fruits is for me. If you're using fruit soaked in a bucket like this for many years with no sense of measurement or quantity, just measure out about 2 pounds for this recipe. You will only need to pulse it about 15 to 20 times to get the right texture. Next, Lainey will help us crack those eggs. Watch out for those shells, Lane. In a large bowl or in the bowl of a KitchenAid stand mixer, using the beater attachment, cream the butter and the sugar on medium speed until it's light in color, increased in volume, and fluffy, about 5 to 10 minutes. It may take longer using your hand mixer. Stop occasionally to scrape down the sides of the bowl. Then on low speed, pour the eggs into the creamed mixture in a very slow and steady stream until it's all combined. Gradually add the flour mixture to the creamed butter and egg mixture on level 1, the very lowest speed. This can also be done by hand by folding the flour in. Once the flour is thoroughly incorporated, Add the almond and vanilla extracts and mix to combine. Hang in there, we're almost at the end. Now it's time to add the pureed fruits and the browning to the batter. It just makes the batter better. Better for you Trini folks.
That's yuck. Yuck. Yucky. It's the grossest thing I ever seen in my life.
You like how it looks?
No! You want to taste it? No, hurry.
Mix in a brisk clockwise whipping motion, only 10 to 15 times. Scrape down the sides and the bottom to ensure that the batter is evenly and thoroughly combined. For a thinner cake, I use a 9-inch pan, or you may use 2 or 1 8-inch pans. This recipe will also make approximately 24 cupcakes. Cupcakes take about 45 to 50 minutes to bake in my oven. A full 8-inch baking tin required a full 2 hours. It may take less or more time depending on the pans that you use and your oven. The cakes from the oven, and when the cakes are not hot but slightly warm, pierce with a toothpick and drizzle and brush rum and wine mixture over the cake, about 3 tablespoons at a time. Repeat the morning and the evening the next day. You may continue to add more wine or rum to your liking. I personally don't like to collapse and sprawl out on my sofa, bed or desk after eating one slice of cake, but the decision is yours. Black cake can be left out on the countertop up to a month, but must be tightly wrapped with plastic wrap or brown paper and foil, or placed in a tightly covered tin pan. If at any time you see that it's beginning to dry out, add more wine mixture over the cake.